two of my favorites, smoked pork and Fox Run 2017 Traminette. Now let's take a look at some of these amazing Finger Lakes grown and made ingredients that are going to allow us to put together this really delicious pairing. Now we sliced up the onion, minced up the garlic, and wedged our potatoes. Now we're going to put them in the food processor so that we can grate them. And boom! Nothing works like an original Cuisinart. Now in with some of the basic seasonings. Now let's shake in about a quarter teaspoon of dry thyme. Now we're going to put a little kosher salt over the top and go ahead and mix all that in really well. Onions, the garlic, that versatile dry thyme, good amount of salt. Great, now the cakes are ready for the cast iron pan. Let's get our heat on somewhere between medium and low. A good tablespoon of the Stony Brook sunflower oil right on the pan. Now give that potato mixture a good squeeze. We don't want to have too much moisture on the pan. Press it right down into the oil and then head back into the bowl for the second potato cake. Pressing it the same way onto the pan in the oil. Those look great. Now let's set the timer for 4 minutes and let those cook on low heat. And as the timer winds down, we'll flip those potato cakes. Look at that golden brown, that's perfect. Now for a little more oil, and then we're going to press those smoked pork chops right into that oil, giving them a little bit of sizzle. Now a tablespoon of butter on top of each potato cake, a little fresh seasoning of salt, a little more pepper. Now we're going to spread that plum jam that's got a little bit of that orange blossom honey in it right on top of each of the pork chops, smothering it real nice. Now into the oven at 400 degrees, and we're going to pop the timer on for about 4 minutes. Next step, let's get a 2-quart saucepan on medium heat, drop in a tablespoon of butter, and then we're going to fill that pan with some spicy greens from Remembrance Farm. We're basically going to wilt down with the steam from the cooking greens, a couple of tablespoons of one of my favorite ingredients, the verjus, and that butter that's been melting on the bottom. Now for a good sprinkle of salt over the top, a little more pepper, and we're going to use a fork. Give those a really nice stir. Just keep on stirring until they wilt down. It takes about 30 seconds, bam, you're done. And off with the burner and into the oven to check on our cakes and smoked pork. Feels like things need about 3 more minutes, so we're going to go ahead and pop on the timer. And 2, 1, time to pull out the pork and the potato cakes and get ready for the plate up. So a total of 7 minutes, just right. Plates are down. Greens are still hot in that 2-quart saucepan. Let's just divide them up between the 2 plates, right in the center. That's perfect. Get them all. They're really delicious, but really light at the same time. Next, potato cakes on the back side. And last, those shiny plum glazed pork chops right on the front side of the plate. Perfect spot for that really nice trio. And now a glass of 2017 Fox Run Traminette with ripe tropical fruit flavors, a little honeysuckle aroma, and some residual sugar that stands up to that glaze on the pork.